All right, what is up, everybody? So it looks like it only gets worse in the world of Helldivers. We've got some breaking news in this video we're going to cover regarding Steam refunds, as well as, the game has been removed from hundreds of countries on the Steam page. So yeah, if you guys do enjoy the video, be sure to support it with a like. I know this isn't the greatest news to share with you guys, but I want to keep you guys updated on what's happening in Helldivers, as I have been covering the game pretty much since launch. So I feel like I just need to cover this stuff because the game could just disappear at the rate it is going. So yeah, let's jump into it. So let's do a bit of catch up for people who are behind. I will make it quick. Basically, what has happened on Helldivers 2 is Sony has basically forced Arrowhead, I'm assuming, to make it so you need to link a PSN account to your Helldivers account. This is mainly for the PC players. Obviously, people already on PS5 don't need to do this because they're already on Sony network. So they're doing this, I'm pretty sure, so they can start obviously banning a lot of the cheaters in Helldivers, people who are modding. I'm assuming that's something they're working towards as well. Now, the issue with this, and a lot of people are now starting to realize it, PSN isn't available in a lot of countries, hundreds of countries actually. If you're fortunate enough to be in a country of Helldivers, then honestly you're fine. Just as the comments would say, make a PSN account. But obviously people don't want to do that. There's a lot of security risks with making PSN accounts. Obviously Sony gets hacked a lot. There's a lot of breaches. People just don't want to do it. Now, what have Sony gone ahead and done today? They haven't been like, hey, you know what? Actually, you don't have to link a PSN account. They said, F you guys, we are removing Helldivers 2 from 177 countries where PSN is not available. But some are still available, like the Baltics. The game has now received 215,000 negative reviews on Steam. Yeah, so I don't know what Sony have just done, but they've just made it 1,000 times worse. Yeah, so like there's a lot of countries where you can't buy this game. Just scanning through here, some of the biggest countries, I guess, which stand out is Japan, Trinidad and Tobago, Belarus, Albania, Armenia. Like, just me scanning over this with my eyes, I'm just seeing countries that I know. And yeah, it's a lot. So people who are playing Helldivers in these countries that already own the game, I'm really curious to see how this is going to work now. Obviously, they're going to have to refund you because you're not going to be able to play the game once the required PSN linking comes into effect, which I think is May 30th. And yeah, it is just a mess, unfortunately. Arrowhead are not at fault. They have expressed that, yeah, they're not on board with this, and they weren't aware that obviously Helldivers weren't able to make PSN accounts in certain countries. So it's weird. They're stuck at the hands of Sony currently, but yeah, Sony have just gone and made it 1,000 times worse. And unfortunately, so the developer, literally as I was about to upload this video, has basically just tweeted this out in this moment to tweet, what, you guys don't have phones? On a serious note, we are talking solutions with PlayStation, especially for non-PSN countries. Your voice has been heard and I'm doing everything I can to speak for the community, but I don't have the final say. So Arrowhead are working their asses off right now, trying to like revert this whole thing with Sony. So the devs do care. It's not Arrowhead's fault. They are at the hands of Sony at the end of the day. And if Helldivers dies, it's not Arrowhead's fault. I don't think this should tarnish them. It should just tarnish the fact that Sony are just a pain to work with. But yeah, just thought I'd throw this in the video. If it carries on at the rate it's going, I know it seems like a small thing, and there are that side of the player base who are just like, we're just going to continue playing anyway. We're fine. We'll just link a PSN account. There is that other side where they literally just can't play anymore. And obviously they're frustrated. And I feel like if we don't keep expressing this, that it's just not cool to do, then it's just going to keep getting worse. So I really don't know what they can do at this point. Like, this is honestly Sony's reaction to the whole thing. Is just being like, oh, you can't make a PSN in your country? Oh, well, I guess we'll just remove the game from your country so you can't purchase it. Yeah, well, that absolutely sucks. If you are anyone in the countries mentioned I just showed and you own Helldivers, I'm curious to see, are you still able to log into the game and play? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to know. And since I made my last video, Helldivers has received over 300,000 negative reviews on Steam. Yeah, so there's obviously a lot of people that are quite pissed off, and frankly, they have every right to. So yeah, let's just take a look at some of the negative reviews. I know it's not going to be fun, but you can purchase this game all over the globe. You can only play it if you're one of Sony's 69 approved countries. The 3 months of players who ain't on the list now have a brick of a game. How does that seem fair? It was fun while it lasted. It was very fun while it lasted. Not giving Sony my information, Helldivers. Like I said, there's a lot of people who just don't want to obviously sign up to PSN because of the security issues they always have. Sony joined the automatons pain. PSN, bye-bye. I'm doing my part. This review is nothing against the quality of the game, nor the studio Arrowhead, but rather the publisher Sony and the infinite wisdom. So exactly that. The game is amazing. The game is great. I love the gameplay. I love the feel of playing with friends. The only problem with the game right now is the fact that they're doing this whole thing. There's nothing wrong with the actual gameplay side of Helldivers. It's great in my opinion, but what are they actually doing? It's kind of nuts. And what makes people obviously quite pissed is the game's been out for like 3 months now, right? And they're only just enforcing this. Yes, it was on the Steam page from day one, but in no way was it made clear since then. It's like, hey, at some point, you're going to need to link a PSN account. They kind of just dropped it a few days ago and was like, hey, you need a PSN account now or you cannot play. It would have been nice, even like a few days after launch, and then maybe frequent reminders. It's like, hey, you kind of need to make a PSN account. But honestly, it was probably Sony's doing. They wanted to get the sales before people started refunding. But guess what? People are going to refund anyway, because guess what? You can now refund Helldivers. Yep, it doesn't matter your playtime. You can refund Helldivers if you are on Steam. So here's someone that actually managed to refund a copy of the game. They have 97 hours playtime. All he simply wrote was, Sony have retroactively changed how the game works and forced legal agreements upon me I do not accept. So for anyone that wants to make a statement, you can actually refund your copy of Helldivers if you write this exact message when you refund the game. Now, this is completely fair because, yeah, they have basically changed how the game works and forced new legal agreements basically out of nowhere. So if you want to get your money back, then go to Steam support, because the devs are actually endorsing this. They want you guys to do the refund requests. They want you guys to leave the negative reviews so they can change this with Sony and win back the community. That's literally the only way. So here is actually the CEO of Arrowhead, and this is his tweet this morning after waking up and realizing that Sony have basically removed the game from hundreds of countries. He says, waking up to the sunshine of yesterday replaced with a dreary drizzle and shivering winds makes me reflect on how I spent my time those rare few moments when all was perfect. Yeah, rain is essential to growth, and it is what changes spring into summer. I will just have to wait for the sunshine to return. Exactly. And the sunshine returning is this whole PSN thing just disappearing and just pretending like it didn't happen. Now, if for some reason that does actually push Sony over the edge, and they're like, hey, actually, you don't have the link of PSN account, it's fine. And you know what? We're gonna put the game back on all the countries. I don't think they realize the power of the Helldivers 2 community. Like, it is constantly, Helldivers 2 is still constantly reaching over 100,000 daily players. Now, it is not the 150 we had back on April. It is slowly declining. And I think from today will be the lowest, I think, peak we'll have since, I guess, I want to say launch. But yeah, as you can see, it is slowly declining. But yeah, it was very fun while it lasted. Once again, if you are a Helldiver affected by this, please share your frustration in the comments. I know this isn't the type of video to like, but liking the video will help this video get out there, spread the message, and hopefully spread it to more people. And yeah, hopefully we can make a change and Sony can remove this whole fiesta which has occurred over the past few days. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, we do have a Discord if you guys want to join an awesome community. Not only do we play Helldivers, we pretty much play a bunch of different games. So if for some reason the game dies away, we will still have games and stuff to cover. But yeah, hope you guys just enjoyed me relaying this information to you. I want to bring more news videos and stuff like that to the channel. Even if it isn't about Helldivers, I still want to be doing stuff within like gaming and eventually make the shift to just, I think, gaming news. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Have an awesome week.